Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny and I am so not an expert. Today we're going to finish up the Valentine's Day box we started a couple weeks ago. I am so excited to see what it looks like. We've already got our half hearts done. And we're going to put those together today with the cornerstones and then the border around the edges. I don't think we're going to get it quilted and bound today. I think I'm going to probably do that off camera and I'll just show you guys what that looks like another time. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay friends, so we're just going to jump right in here. We've already got our half hearts together. So we're going to go ahead and, the directions say to go ahead and sew those up together. So we're just going to do that. There really aren't any seams to match up per se, but you want to try and get these as lined up as we can. You can totally pin these up together if you prefer. I'm not much of a pinner. I actually can't stand pins because I always end up hurting myself with them. But we're going to try that. I'm going to actually change out this foot to this one so that I get that nice guide on the side there. This guide here. And all right, we're going to sew these right up. Open them up, and oh, look that we got our seams to match up pretty well, so it kind of looks like an actual heart. And there's our nice pretty point. All right, so I'm just going to sew up the rest of these half hearts and then we'll work on the cornerstones. Okay, we've got our hearts all nice and sewn up together, and then I've pressed them so that they're nice and flat to work with. And now we're going to work on our cornerstones. Now the directions tell us to use one color for each color that is not the color of the heart. So since this heart is purple, we're going to use one dark and one light. And now it doesn't matter which side they go on, I don't think. They just have to go on a side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them and line them up on the corners, and we're going to sew from corner to corner. If you want to, you can draw a line on the back of these the same way we did with these triangles and with the other ones, or you can try to wing it and just sew. I think I'm actually going to draw a line on these real quick off camera, just so that I don't have to worry about sewing them wrong. And then I'm going to go ahead and get them sewn onto the corners. Remember, we're going to sew just to the outside of the line that we're going to draw on here so that we have a little bit of room. I'm sorry, just to the inside so that we have a little bit of room to fold. And then we'll fold them down and we'll get these pretty little triangles on the corners. And then when we get those put together with all the other blocks, it's going to form this really pretty cornerstone. Now the directions do say that we're only going to do 4 hearts with them on both sides. And then we're going to do 4 more with, or 2 more with them just on this side. And then 2 more with them just on this side. I think that's because we don't want them on the corners for the edges of the quilt. I think that's going to be taken care of when we do our borders, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the lines on these and then get them sewn up onto here, and I'm going to get all of those sewn up together.
I'm driving down an empty freeway, no waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me. future delight.
Okay, now comes the fun part. We've put the cornerstones on. You may have seen I had to pull the seam ripper out, and that is because when I was making our purple block, I didn't read the colors correctly, and I put the wrong colors on the corners. So I had to pull those out and put them back in. Originally, I thought it would be okay if I didn't, but then the more I looked at the pattern, the more I realized these corner blocks are all going to be one of every color, so it was kind of important. So if you are following this pattern, make sure that you're matching up the colors correctly on the pattern to make sure that you get the correct design. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put the top, at least the center of the top, together. The pattern says we need one of these. Pattern says we need to start with one of these with the corner on the side here and assemble that to one of the ones that has 2 cornerstones on it. Sorry if the camera's kind of close. So we're going to sew these up together first, matching up the corners as best that we can. I mean, things kind of get distorted. You can always square up these if you want to. Basically, you would just put them on your cutting mat and put a ruler against this edge here and make sure that it's nice and straight. I'm not, because I'm kind of short on time right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and wing it. And I'm going to change my foot out again, because now I'm going to be on an edge, so I want to make sure I have that edge foot there. And then we're just going to sew these up. Now we want the lighter pink one that has the 4 stones on it over here. Okay, you can see how the stones are starting to come together. These cornerstones are starting to come together, and you can see that in some cases my seams don't really match up. This is that block that we had to fix, so I'm not really surprised that that one doesn't match up. I'm kind of hoping all the other ones do. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Then we need the pink one with the cornerstone on the left side to finish off this row. Okay, and there is the first row. Now I know it's really hard to see on camera because I have it all zoomed in, but there it is. Oops. There is that first row. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the second row, and then I'm going to sew them up together, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, friends, time for the big reveal. Ta-da! It looks awesome! Look at it! We are totally done with the quilt top now. Yay! So time to start quilting it and then binding it. I'll do that off camera probably next week when I have some spare time. And then I'll show it to you guys maybe in another video just so you can see how it finished out. But isn't it beautiful? I love it! I love those cornerstones. They are so pretty, and it kind of gives it its own unique little pattern there. You guys might have seen I had to do a little bit of seam ripping there. I made a couple of mistakes. Not a huge deal. You know, we all make mistakes and we learn from them. No big deal. But I am so proud of that. It looks great. I am so happy that we finished that project. Thank you so much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. One of my favorite pieces are these cornerstones. They are so pretty. I love them. I can't wait to get this sandwiched and quilted and then bound. I'll try and show you guys that in another video. I'm not sure if I'll show you a how-to on how to do it. If you guys are interested in knowing how, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll make a video on that. Otherwise, I'll probably just finish it up and show you the finished product. So anyway, thanks for joining me again today. I'm so glad we were able to get that completed just before Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you and all of yours. I have a couple of stepdaughters whose birthday is coming up, so that's really exciting to celebrate. Alright, well, if you haven't already, please subscribe or like and share if you would. I'm trying to grow the channel and I really appreciate all the support that you guys have given me thus far. We'll see what our next project is. See you later, guys. Bye.